Welcome. This is Q&A with Coach MJ week number 3. Real excited to keep doing this for you guys, and the questions have been awesome, so keep them coming. I am filming today's show from the Lamont Park District's core, where we have our master swim team. Practices every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 a.m. We're out here in the outdoor pool for the next 2 weeks, so if you want to come and check it out, please do. And then we will go to the indoor pool, but the master team does swim all year round. So let's get right into the show. First question, Jim Castle writes, small crank versus large crank, when, where, why? Awesome question, Jim, and there are a lot of ways to think about that. Hilly course, small crank. Big crank, flat course. So the more gears that you have, the more options that you have on a hillier course, the better. Now, a lot of it kind of depends on your height too. So if you haven't had a bike fit, that's going to depend. The taller you are, the longer of a crank arm that you're going to use, or you can use. And it's something that it depends on the course. Now, I know that you're training for Ironman Louisville, and a small crank will benefit you, as would Ironman Wisconsin, as would Lake Placid. But somewhere like Florida, it might benefit you for a longer crank. Now, I don't switch cranks. I have a regular size on one bike and then a compact on the other bike because I was getting ready for a hilly Ironman. And I do love my compact crank set, but I am also short, so it benefits me. And I also ride 650, so as a shorter person, it helps me get over the top of that pedal stroke easier. So think about it, maybe ride it, test it before you decide. Next question, Lamont Ganser asks, aero position on the bike. I've heard it's really only beneficial if you are over 20 miles per hour, and what are your thoughts on when folks need to get in the somewhat uncomfortable aero position? And first thing I want to say, Dan, is the aero position should not be uncomfortable. It is something you need to work to. You're not just going to get on the bike and ride, 60 miles like that without being uncomfortable, but it is something that you can work to. But I would recommend, if you haven't had a bike fit, to maybe get it fit so that it fits properly for you. But the more experience of a rider and the more time you put in on the bike, the more aggressive your position can be. So maybe your position is just a little too aggressive right now. So as a professional triathlete, their seat may be here and their handlebars may be here. Not all of us ride like that. You may start out like this, or even with your handlebars higher than the seat. And then gradually, slowly, every couple weeks, take out a spacer, take out a spacer, take out a spacer. Your seat position really shouldn't change. Okay, the fit's done right. Your seat position is always the same. It's the handlebars that you can change to become more aggressive in that position. So back to the question on 20 miles per hour. My rule of thumb is 15. I think you can still gain benefit at 16, 17, 18, maybe 16 as borderline, 17, 18, 19 miles per hour. But if you're going 15 or less, you can get up and grab onto the bullhorns and get more air in, because you're probably struggling on that pace just a little bit. But I would say 20 miles an hour is fast, and you should stay aero even less than that. So that's that question. Third question. Hold on here. Stephanie Ebert. She asked, where do I find those bands I can hook up to my ladder in my pool to work on my stroke? Awesome question, Stephanie. It's called a tether, and I like to support local business, so I'm going to give a shout out to Urban Tri-Gear. Hi Deb, hi Preston. That's where I got mine. You can go there. They should have them in stock. If they don't, you can go online, and for all you people who are not local, Urban Tri-Gear is over in Westmont here in Chicago. But if you aren't local, you can get one online. The other thing I will recommend with a tether is to get an underwater iPod, because swimming on a tether can be boring. I remember the first time I did it, I got in, I started swimming, and I thought, okay, I got about 20 minutes, half hour, I think I'm done. And I looked, and it was 6 minutes. So it can be a little boring, but a great way and totally convenient. If you have a pool in your backyard, you don't have to pack up and go to the gym or anything like that. Last thing, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do it, subscribe. And we have a giveaway for you today. So today I'm going to give away a pair of Cube goggles. Cube is one of Team Tri-Right's sponsors. Thank you, Cube. And I'm going to give away this pair of goggles to the very first person who can answer this on the YouTube channel. Answer in the comments below. Who is MJ's favorite professional triathlete? I'll accept a male or a female because I have one of each. But the first person who can get it right will receive these goggles, courtesy of Hugh and Team Tri-Right. And if you haven't already, again, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we will see you back here next week with more questions and answers. Keep those questions coming, guys. Have a great week.